Yes. Today our topic is about the merit and demerit goods. So in our previous lesson we were talking about the classification of goods. That the goods can be of different types like free goods, economic goods, private goods, public goods, okay, quasi-public goods. We studied all of them along with their examples. So today in this first unit we are having the last topic, that is called merit goods and demerit goods. What are the merit goods? First of all, we have to define the merit goods. These are the goods which are beneficial to the consumers, but consumers do not realize the benefits of these goods by themselves. Clear or not? They are having information failure. What are they going to have? Information failure. These are the goods and services, which are associated with the benefits to the consumers themselves and to the society as a whole. Alright? Because of information failure, the consumers do not realize, the benefits by themselves, Alright? Now who will inform them? A third party will play the role of value judgment. What it is? A third party will play the role of value judgment. What do you mean by third party?
Is it government?
Okay. A third party can include, can be the government, the society, or the elders. Who are there? The elders. Those who know about the benefits. Now its example of merit good is what? Example of merit good is education and health. Alright? For example, people are not realizing the benefits of education by themselves. Like if someone of our school student, he or she wants to leave education after A levels, then her teachers or her parents or government, they will inform her about the benefits of education in her life. Alright? Because she is not fully realizing how much she will be respected and how much she will be able to earn after completing graduation or master degree or even higher level of education. If he or she stops education after A levels, then these are the body benefits of higher education. Clear? And society as a whole will get the benefit of more and more educated people if more people are getting higher education. Clear? Society hasn't paid for anything for the education of individuals, but they will have the good individuals for everyone. Now, health can also be one of the type of merit goods. I can give you the example of corona vaccination. Did we know about anything, the benefits of corona vaccination before it arrived? Okay, we were having some of the hurdles to get vaccinated. Some people were saying it is not good for the health of the individuals in future. But doctors, they have informed us, government has informed us, if you are vaccinated, at least you will not be getting this disease and other people will also be safe from getting it from you. Clear? So, we were not having awareness about the corona vaccination at the start, but later on when we were informed by the government, by NGOs or by the doctors, then people got vaccinated because that is beneficial for everyone, that if they are covered. So merit codes are actually, they are beneficial to the consumers and to the society as a whole, but the consumers are having lack of information about these benefits. For example, it's demand and supply. You haven't studied demand and supply with me, but you have the idea, I think, from your O-level education, that this is the demand and supply of health services, you can see. Okay? Without any information to the consumers, this is the market demand and supply of health services. Health services, basically, you should write over here. Health services. So when people are informed, they have to get vaccinated against different diseases, not only for corona vaccination. So they have to increase the demand of health services. Individuals themselves, they are buying and selling you one quantity. This is, I would rather say, this is positive economics equilibrium. Do you remember positive economics we studied in the start? That is the factual knowledge. It can be tested by performing an experiment. So market says, market is clear that you want whatever is demanded to be supplied by the sellers in the market for a level. Now, when a third party has played the role of value judgment, the social desirable level, Aiza, what is social desirable level of demand of the health services? That is this equilibrium point. This is normative economics equilibrium. What is normative? Which is talking about the value judgment. Positive says, if you are demanding this much of health services, private sector has provided you. But not everyone is able to get the health services at that price. So government says, you get more and more health services as they are beneficial. So this is the social desirable level of output of the health services, and this is the private desirable level. Please make attention. Q1 is the private desirable level of output of health services, and this is the social desirable after the value judgment. So do you think the private sector has allocated resources efficiently in the production of merit goods? It has under-allocated. The social desirable level of merit goods is what? Q2. But private sector or private market forces or demand and supplies, they have under-allocated the resources of the economy in the production of health services, or you can say educational services. Like you are getting education in a private institution. So do you think this is the only level of number of students in this city to get this type of education? There should be more. When they are informed about the benefits of education, they will definitely increase the demand of education. If they demand more, This is a social desirable level of output, whereas private sector is only providing to those who are paying to them. Clear? So in case of merit goods, we find this thing that free market economy that is under allocating the resources. There is economic inefficiency in the case of merit goods. Why is there inefficiency? Because of information failure on behalf of the consumer. They are not fully realizing the benefits of merit goods. So we find this thing, the merit goods, why are they less provided by the free market economy? Because of information failure on behalf of the consumers. They are not realizing the benefits of merit goods by themselves until unless they are provided value judgment by these third party members, either by the government or by the society or by the elders. Clear or not? So this is all about the merit goods. How are they causing information failure on behalf of the consumers? Okay. Now come towards the demerit goods. What are the demerit goods? If I write over here, these are the demerit goods. These are the goods and services which are associated with the harmful effects. Then harmful effects to the consumers themselves and to the society as a whole. Because of the information failures, the consumers do not realize the harms by themselves. Again, a third party plays the role of value judgment. The third party can be the government. The same definition I have changed the words. Here, demerit goods are those which are having harmful effects to the consumers. What are those? Like smoking the cigarettes, wine drinking. So what are these? They are the demerits. When consumers are buying them, they are not realizing how much damage to their lungs will take place after smoking or by having drinking alcohol. What is happening to their organs like liver, like kidneys. So consumers are themselves are unaware of the harmful effects.
So, but in case of merit goods for these party, the third party, they will encourage the user.
Yes.
And the demerit will be discouraged.
Yes, definitely. This is the value judgment. This is what the value judgment. And here I will take the example of what is the example of demerit goods, wine drinking or cigarettes. Nowadays you can find a global movement against these demerit goods. They cannot advertise their products on any of the media, whether it is social media, electronic media, paper media, like we say print media. You will not find any advertisement of these types of demerit goods. This is the global ban on the advertisement of these goods. Okay. Now the demerit goods, how can I draw the diagram? They are over-consumed. Is it right? Although they are harmful, but at the age of 16 to 18 years, many of the young people, they get involved in the smoking habits or drinking habits. And nowadays they are having other types of drugs in which many of the people of teenagers, they are being involved. And nobody has informed them about the harmful effects. That's why they are involved in the consumption of these drugs or harmful products. Now this is the market equilibrium. Clear? People are over-consuming because they do not realize the harmful effects. So when government plays a value judgment role, okay, our society members, they are informing the young people about the harmful effects of smoking the cigarettes or drinking wine or any types of use of drugs. So what happens if they are provided information, the demand of demerit goods will shift downward. it allocates more resources in the production of demerit goods because they are more profitable after fulfilling the basic necessities of life. If people are becoming richer, they are going to be involved in the consumption of these types of demerit goods. So the producers of these items, they will be able to maximize their profit levels. Clear? So what happens over here, when they are informed about the harmful effects, their demand of these things will shift downward. Clear? So this is positive economics equilibrium. Facts are saying buy more and maximize your profit and welfare, private welfare. So when they are informed about harmful effects, they have to buy less of these goods and even less. So the market forces, the private market forces of demand and supply, they were over allocation of resources was taking place in case of demerit goods, which is also the reason of the market failure or economic inefficiency caused by the market forces. This is a wrong diagram. What is this? Yeah. So we see this thing that the demerit goods, they are having over allocation of resources, and they are, when they are informed about the harmful effects by the elders, by the society members, or by the government, then their demand will shift downward and we will have this social desirable level of output or even lower than that. And there should be no consumption of demerit goods because they are harmful. No resources should be allocated in the production of demerit goods. Clear or not? So this is about how merit goods and demerit goods, they are classified in order to see whether there is economic efficiency present or not. There is economic inefficiency in both the cases, in case of merit goods and demerit goods. In case of merit goods, there is going to be under allocation, whereas in case of demerit goods, there is over allocation of resources, and both are the reasons of the market failure or economic inefficiency of the free market economy. So this, both the things, they will involve what? Government intervention to achieve economic efficiency, and we will study this government intervention in the upcoming chapters. I think so. In case of government intervention chapter, maybe after demand and supply and elasticity. So that's all about our